Come on, let's go. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. You see it, starting the swelling. Obviously, you still see the bump there or whatever, but it's a whole lot better than it was 2 days ago. The swelling is going down. You can barely see the scar on my eye and things of that nature. For those, if this is your first time listening to me, just know I took a hard fall about 48 hours ago and my face looked completely different than it is now, but the healing is going on, all right? So with all that being said, today's topic, what we're gonna discuss today, we're gonna get into some of the negative comments, all right? We're gonna get into how to deal with the negative comments. And first of all, before I even start, we gotta understand, when you're putting out content regularly, nobody, I don't care who you are, you're not gonna have something that's for everybody, all right? So just accept that everybody isn't gonna listen to your stuff or find your stuff interesting or wanna be involved with you and things like that. That's just kind of the trade-off that comes with being in the thought leadership world, or being out there in the public social media world, content creation world, whatever it is you want to call it nowadays, all right? If you're going to put yourself out there, just accept the fact that there are going to be some people that just aren't feeling your shit, all right? However, it is important because I'm not one of those people that create content and I'll simply tell you to ignore all the negative comments. I won't do that. I don't think that's productive at all. However, it is important that you understand that there's a difference between negative comments and constructive criticism, all right? I'm gonna tell you the difference now. Constructive criticism is what I actually pay people to give me, all right? I actually hired a coach, his name is Dre Baldwin, hired a business coach to give me constructive feedback on the work I do, and whether it comes off as him being negative or, him say, hey, this idea won't work, you need to do this, whatever it is. I know he's put in the work on his end because I can see his material, so I'm willing to listen, make adjustments to my business based upon some of the feedback I get from him because I've seen he's put in the work. That's constructive criticism, and you need to be getting as much of that as you possibly can. In fact, doesn't matter where you are in life, you always need to be seeking constructive criticism. It's a very valuable thing to your business. However, negative comments, the people that I'm going to talk about on today's video are the folks who will watch a minute and a 30, maybe a minute, 30-second clip, 30 second to a minute and 30-second clip, 30 second to a minute clip, whatever it is, whatever the time frame is, clip that I put online, or some of the clips that just come floating through the internet and things like that. And they're gonna have all this, they're gonna have comments in regards to what I say, or they're gonna have something to say about it, even though they're just going off a minute and 30-second clip. So if you're getting, again, I'm speaking to them, but I'm also speaking to the people that keep up with my work and they want to develop in the thought leadership world. They want to develop public speaking world, in the in the entrepreneurship world, whatever it is. If you find my content very useful to you, sports marketing, sports management, things of that nature, find my content useful, this is what you're going to have to deal with, all right? So the first thing you do when you run across these comments, I'm talking about these negative comments, these comments in which people know exactly what you do, but you look on their page, they have absolutely nothing, they have no videos, no material, nothing, but they got all this fucking shit to say about what you put out there, all right? So the first thing you do when you read these comments, you need to take it right here, take it just like this, start to pat yourself on the back. Start to pat yourself on the back, because at this point, now you know your stuff is getting out there. Now you know your stuff is spreading. Now you know you're casting your net wide. Now you know you're not just staying in your comfort zone. Now you know you're actually putting in the work, and you're getting the attention. You're starting to develop the platform that you deserve based upon how much work you're actually putting in, all right? That is the important part. That is the important. First of all, understand that it is a positive thing to get these things. Now, how you keep going, you have to put it in your head. You have to put it in your head. You have to put it in your head that you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for a bigger purpose, all right? You're doing it for the people that genuinely believe in your work. You're doing it because you love to do it, because you love everything. You love everything that you put out there. And for the most important thing, you believe in your work. You believe in your work regardless of who else wants to join you, who doesn't want to join you. You're going to figure it out on your own, how it is you need to get there on your own, because you believe in it so strongly that folks who come up or decide that they want to say something based on a 30-second clip or a minute clip of you, those kinds of people just really cannot affect you because you believe in your stuff so ridiculously strongly, all right? And here's my final point. Here's my final point on this topic, because I don't want to give these trolls on the internet too much attention. Final point on this topic is make sure you are thinking about the people who have believed in you before you started putting out all this content, all right? So the reason I look at it as a success, the reason I look at it doesn't, whether it's a negative comment or a positive comment, the reason I look at everything I get, all the feedback I get as a success is because when I was developing into this public speaking world, before I even had any social media accounts, before I had anything, I just knew what I wanted to do. You know, I knew I wanted to get into the coaching world and wanted to be a leader of some sorts. The only person that would actually listen to my stuff is my mother, right? The only person, that's it. That's the only person that actually listened to my stuff. And nowadays, I don't even know if she can keep up with all the stuff that I put out there. However, I'm still getting listens, I'm still getting views, I'm still getting subscribers going up and things like that. So I know I've been able to expand. And one of the things my mother did tell me early on in this game, like this was probably 10 years ago, was, look, she said, if you were to ever give up on what it is you're doing, if you were ever to stop and say, you know, just cut it and not, you know, put out the content, not have this ambition, not have this drive anymore. She told me, she's like, look, I'd look at you like you're a little bitch, because I see the way that your young cousins look up to you. I see the way that your older cousins look up to you. I see the way that my husband looks up to you, your sister looks up, or the whole thing. And I was talking about my mom, my sister. I don't want to be taken out of context of that. When I said my husband, I meant my mother's husband, meaning my father, things like that. You know, I know how AI gets and all that kind of shit. But anyway, my mother basically told me, look, do not quit. Do not quit, because I see the way that your work and the things you do is affecting my family, affecting the family that you grew up in. And if you were to ever quit, I would look at you like, hey, you ain't really about that life. You ain't really doing what it is you need to be doing. All right. So here's some thoughts here. And again, we don't want to give these people who decide to make comments or comment negatively on your stuff based on a 30-second clip or whatever, minute clip or whatever. We don't want to give them too much attention. So with all that being said, if you are listening and you are the person that is trying to get ahead, if you are the person that sees value in my work, make sure no matter what gets said or whoever says this and that about you, make sure no matter what it is, you keep going, you keep asking yourself every single day, do I believe in this work, or is my work, do I just do it? And as soon as I get some negative comments, I just decide to give up and fold in the tent and all that. That's where the come to Jesus moment starts to happen. You have to start to develop that alligator skin that you're going to keep going regardless of who likes you or who does not like you, all right? Main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.